Alli. I'm a nutritionist, a yoga teacher, and author of the Smoothie Book. And I'm here to talk to you every week about nutrition topics. This week is about one of my favorite vegetables. Dun, 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 dun. Cauliflower. So many good things about cauliflower. We're going to talk about the history, the different types and colors. We're going to talk about health information, and we're going to make a recipe for cauliflower biscuits. Really excited about all of that. This is going to be a great recipe to add to your Thanksgiving menu if you're looking to make grain-free biscuits and if you like cauliflower. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into the recipe today because they have to make for 25 minutes. And I want you to be able to see at the end of the show what these biscuits look like. So, to start off, you have to get, so it's called Cauliflower Biscuits. You can find it on relish.com. We start off with 1.5 pounds of cauliflower. You chop it into florets, put it in the food processor, pulse, 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 and that makes cauliflower rice, or it makes it really tiny pieces, which I'm going to show you. So I already did that part because I wanted to save a little time because we will be doing all the other stuff. And then you saute it until it starts to turn brown with some chopped garlic. So here we go. This is where we're jumping into the recipe. I've already done the beginning part, and you can buy already made cauliflower rice, super fine. This actually just cuts it a little bit smaller so that when you're cooking it, more of the water comes out, because I did have to cook it for a while. The water took a little while to evaporate, but there we go, cauliflower rice. Okay, next part of the recipe. I've got 2 egg whites waiting right here for some cornstarch. So I'm going to whisk some cornstarch into the egg whites. This is going to help hold things together, in addition to some cheese. Okay, so I'm just going to use my hand there. That'll be easier. Okay, so we've got cornstarch, we've got egg whites. So we whisk until everything is nice and smooth. Looking good here. So yeah, we don't want any big chunks of the cornstarch. Okay. Looks good. Whisking complete. Now we're adding the cauliflower into the egg whites. Okay. So we're just gonna spoon or scoop that in. I have to say my house really smells like cauliflower right now because making cauliflower rice and sauteing it. So it's a good thing. Okay, so now we're adding a 1/2 cup of cheese. I have white cheddar. You can use any cheese that you want. Oh yeah, they recommend pepper jack, but I had some cheddar. I thought, cheddar is always delicious. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna do a little estimate on that. And a little bit of black pepper. Make it a teaspoon. This is a good estimate for me. And are we putting the green onions in? Yes. I chopped 1 green onion. Okay, there we go. That's it. Then we mix it all together. And this is kind of, if you've ever made cauliflower pizza crust, or cauliflower breadsticks, or any of those like grain-free things like pizza crust or anything like that, it's kind of the same. A little bit of egg, a little bit of cheese. Everything's gonna hold together pretty darn well. Okay, so I might have used a little bit less cauliflower than 1.5 pounds. I wasn't quite sure. The label on our cauliflower did not tell me how many pounds it was. So I have a muffin tin already oiled, ready to go, and we're just gonna scoop this in. Okay, make sure everything is really evenly combined. Okay, evenly combined. There we go. We've got 1. We've got 2. We've got, ooh, that one's going to be a little garlicky. 3. I'll take that one. We've got 4, we've got 5. I think if these are a hit today, we might be making these for Thanksgiving. Or, you know, I think they'd be really good with soup. We're going to have lentils tonight, so I thought that would be a good addition to lentils on the side. You know, kind of like when you have chili and cornbread, you know, biscuits and lentils. Okay, so my recipe is making 6, which is fine. We'll each get 2 in our house. Okay, so we've got the muffins. Or biscuits. I'm gonna gather all this together. Put it here. This is my secret little tray. Okay, and then we sprinkle a little bit of cheese on each one. I'm gonna come over and show you because these look good and super easy. Might even be easier than making regular biscuits and muffins. Okay, so we've got 6. Looks good. Okay, we're gonna put them in the oven. That's preheated to 400. Okay, and we've got, I'm gonna put 20 minutes. I'm always a little conservative. I don't like things getting burnt. So, I'm gonna put this down on my secret little tray as well. So let's talk cauliflower. We sure do eat a lot of it at our house. So I was really happy to find all the good things that it is good for. Here we go. Cauliflower. Okay, so cauliflower is a vegetable. We have comments. Did you say butter or oil? Extremely nutritious vegetable. Excellent source of potassium and choline. Hey, that's right. We're going to be talking about that. I used oil in sauteing the cauliflower, and I also used oil in the muffin tins. But you could also put muffin liners, you know, whatever works. Okay. Okay, so thank you for the comments and welcome to the show. Okay, so cauliflower is a vegetable, one of my favorite, in the Brassica oleracea genus and the Brassica or mustard family. So other vegetables in this family include broccoli, collard greens, kale, Brussels sprouts, what else? That's it, that's about it. And they're called cole crops, C-O-L-E. So also known as cruciferous vegetables. And this is interesting. It's called cruciferous because the flowers have 4 petals and they're in the shape of a Greek cross or a crucifix. So I thought that was really interesting. I did not know why we say cruciferous. Okay, so some say cauliflower originated in Cyprus. Some say it originated in Asia Minor, also known as modern-day Turkey. So somewhere in the Mediterranean area, I think everybody can agree, is where it originated. And then, of course, spread throughout the world. We're eating it in the United States now. The word cauliflower comes from the Italian word cavolfiore, which means cabbage flower. And the base root is Latin for caulis, cabbage, and flos, flower. So cabbage flower. General information. I've got a lot of information for us today. Okay, so weather is a very limiting factor on making cauliflower grow, or helping it grow, I guess. We don't want to make it grow. Help it grow. It grows best in warm, moderate temperatures, so between 70 and 85 degrees. Lots of sun, lots of damp soil that's very nutrient rich. So we were able to, I mean my husband, Raphael, was able to grow cauliflower in our garden in the summer because it is nice and sunny and warm, really rich soil. So Pacific Northwest, it can be grown, but it's mostly grown in other places that are warm all year round. Most cauliflower for the world is grown in China and India. China is the world's leading producer of cauliflower. And in the U.S. markets, California is the biggest producer of cauliflower. Okay, so I'm gonna move something around here. There we go. Okay, I had a light there and it was kind of getting in my way. Okay, so California produces the most cauliflower than any other state in the United States. And it's grown in the Salinas Valley of California, also known as the salad bowl of the world, which I would like to visit the salad bowl of the world. The growing season can last up to 10 months because of the moderate climate and the good soil down in that area. But other states do produce cauliflower, including Arizona, Florida, Michigan, New York, Oregon, Texas, and Washington. I was happy to hear Washington is a good producer of cauliflower. Probably eastern Washington because it is warmer there. Let's see, it's grown in Wisconsin as well and can be found at farmers markets in September and through October. Kind of the same as here. It's been grown and eaten across Europe since the 1500s, and it didn't reach the US until the 1900s, so it's fairly new here. So this is interesting. Cauliflower is white because when it's growing, the leaves cover it so much that it doesn't get the sun and it doesn't produce chlorophyll to make it green. Thought that was pretty cool. And broccoli is green, same family, because its flowers are out in the open, so it gets the sunshine. So, but there is something called Romanesco cauliflower, which is green and is really cool looking. It has all these like spiky things that come out of it, kind of like a Buddha's head. And that's a cross between cauliflower and broccoli. We're going to talk about colors of broccoli, or colors of cauliflower in a little bit. Okay, so uses and cuisines. So cauliflower, so many ways that you can cook it. You can eat it raw, roasted, boiled, broiled, fried, steamed, pickled. So I probably didn't even say all the ways. Stir-fried. The stalks, sometimes people eat them, sometimes they don't. The stalks and the leaves. When I roast cauliflower, I cut that part off, clean it, slice it, and it's so good. We just had it last night, and I cut the whole stalk into like squares, and it's delicious. Really, really delicious. I need this encouragement to eat more veggies. Okay, great. Well, this recipe, I think, is going to really make everybody want to eat veggies. Okay, so this is interesting too. So the cauliflower head itself is called a curd, because it looks kind of like cheese curd. So, also known as cauliflower head. I didn't even know it was called a curd. Oh, that's true. Sous vide. Sous vide could be another way too. Okay, so cauliflower is low calorie and gluten-free, of course, because it's vegetable. So it's a really good replacement for things. We're going to talk a little bit more about the products that you can use, or you can use it in. But it's become very popular in the last almost 10 years. This is a piece of information I found out. Between 2012 and 2016, cauliflower production in the United States increased by 63%, and cauliflower-based product sales increased by 71% between 2017 and 2018. Things like pre-made cauliflower pizza crust, pre-made cauliflower breadsticks, riced cauliflower, cauliflower that's already riced. So many different things made with cauliflower. Chips. I got some chips recently made from cauliflower, and they were so good. Okay, so you can make cauliflower rice yourself. Like I told you how we did it. I pulsed it in the food processor, or you can buy it already done. So different cuisines that use cauliflower, lots of Mediterranean dishes do. Whole roasted cauliflower is a traditional Mediterranean dish. It's so good. Sometimes it's roasted, sometimes it's fried. So delicious. There's a restaurant here that we go to sometimes that does that, and it's so good. Italian, I'm gonna have to really sound out this word, but the pickled vegetables, that's an Italian thing. Giardiniera. I never say it right. It's so hard to say. But there's a sandwich that we get by our house that has that on it. with some field roast and other veggies, and it is so good. So good. Indian food has a lot of cauliflower in it. Aloo gobi is a dish made with cauliflower in it. And now this is what we're talking about. American dishes that we, I've already mentioned the pizza crust, the breadsticks. Have you ever had buffalo cauliflower instead of buffalo wings? So you use the regular sauce that you would for the chicken, but you put it on a roasted cauliflower. It is so good. Cauliflower mac and cheese. Replace the pasta with cauliflower. So good. Okay, and mashed cauliflower is a really good replacement for mashed potatoes. So again, Thanksgiving coming up, if you want to make something a little bit lighter, great, or lower carb, mashed cauliflower is the way to go. You can still put the butter, you can still put the cream in it, but it's still going to be lighter than if you use potatoes. Okay, so I'm going to breeze through the different types, and then we're going to talk about the colors, then we're going to talk about the health benefits. We've got a lot to talk about. Okay, the 4 different types: Italian, Northern European, Northwest European, and Asian. The Italian is kind of what we're most familiar with. It includes white, Romanesco, brown, green, purple, and yellow varieties. All the other ones, I didn't get the information on what colors those are, but probably white because that's the most common of the cauliflowers. So 4 different colors that cauliflower comes in. White is the one that we see most commonly in the grocery store. And then there's orange, which my husband has grown orange here, and it's really good. It has beta carotene in it to make it orange. So probably a little bit healthier because it has that added color. The more color usually the better, although cauliflower is the exception. It does still have a lot of nutrients. The orange trait originated from a natural mutant found in a cauliflower field in Canada. I thought that was interesting. So it's also known as cheddar cauliflower or orange bouquet. And then there's green cauliflower, which is the Romanesco that we talked about, the cross between broccoli and cauliflower. So sometimes it's called Brocco flower, sometimes it's called Romanesco. So it's becoming more and more available. I used to only see it at farmers markets, but now I've seen it at the grocery in certain times of the year. It's really good, really, really good, and really fun just because it looks so different. And then there's purple cauliflower, which I have seen that at the grocery as well. It has anthocyanins in it, which are the dark pigments that we see in red cabbage and in red wine. So that's what gives it that color. So again, more nutrients. So speaking of nutrients, I'm going to give you some basic health information and then some health information points. So the U.S. dietary guidelines for Americans say that we should be eating 1.5 to 2.5 cups of dark green vegetables. That does include cauliflower, even though they're not dark green, it still has a lot of nutrients, per week. I would say more than that per week, or I'd say almost 1 to 2 cups a day of some sort of dark leafy green vegetable. But that includes kale, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower is the exception. It's a good source of vitamin C, folate, fiber, vitamin K. It's also rich in phytonutrients, which are nutrients, plant compounds found in vegetables and fruits, and antioxidants. And so that's kind of the overview. Raw cauliflower is 92% water, so it is hydrating. It is good for us that way. 5% carb, 2% protein, and basically no fat. So mostly carbs. Carbs usually are mostly fiber, so that's good. So it also contains, again, the phytonutrients found largely in the cabbage family and the mustard family. And a lot of studies have been conducted on these phytochemicals, phytonutrients that are found in cauliflower and other vegetables as well. So let's talk about them. Okay, number 1, cauliflower is a good source of glucosinolates, which are those phytochemicals we're talking about. They're antioxidants So as we chew and digest cauliflower, these glucosinolates help are broken down, and they may help prevent cancer. They help protect cells from damage, and they have anti-inflammatory components, antiviral components, antibacterial effects. So these glucosinolates are very good for us. Okay, number 2, cauliflower is a good source of antioxidants. So lots of these phytonutrients, also vitamin C, vitamin K, are really good. We like antioxidants. They fight the free radicals. We want to eat, get as many forms and versions of antioxidants that we can throughout the day. And they may help prevent diseases like heart disease, arthritis, chronic inflammation, and cancer. Cauliflower is most likely very good for our heart, and I have some reasons for that. So sulforaphane, which is an antioxidant compound in cauliflower, is associated with strong blood vessels. I like that. And a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. There was a study published that found that sulforaphane's anti-inflammatory capabilities helped protect against other risk factors like hypertension, strokes, and heart attack. Okay, and according to some studies, it may help stop the growth of cancer, and help reduce high blood pressure and keep our arteries healthy. So this sulforaphane in cauliflower is good. Cauliflower is also a really good source of fiber, always good for our digestive and our digestive system. And cauliflower is high in choline, as someone mentioned earlier, choline is not found in a whole lot of foods. So it plays a major role in maintaining the integrity of our cell membranes. It helps make DNA and supports our metabolism. Choline also is good for our brain development and the production of neurotransmitters that are necessary for a healthy nervous system. And it also helps prevent cholesterol from accumulating in the liver. So choline is pretty important, and it's in cauliflower. And cauliflower is a great replacement for grains, as we talked about before, especially if you're eating a grain-free diet, or if you just want to reduce the amount of grains you're eating. It's a good replacement. I make cauliflower fried rice a lot of times, and it's so good. I mean, you can kind of tell that it's not rice, but if you put all the flavors and everything in it that you normally do, the carrots, the celery, the egg, and all that, the soy sauce, it's great because you're getting a lot less grain and still a lot of flavor. So, also, as we talked about, it's used in pizza crust, stir fries, fried rice, cauliflower biscuits like we're making today. How many minutes? We have 3 minutes left until we can take a look. Okay, so are there risks in eating cauliflower? Well, not a ton, but if you do have some digestive issues like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, it may cause like gas and bloating, and that may be uncomfortable, so that might not be the best choice all the time. And also, because cauliflower is such a good source of vitamin K, talk to your doctor if you are taking blood thinners, because the vitamin K may interfere with the effectiveness of the blood thinners. So just ask your doctor how much cauliflower you can be eating. Okay, what's the best way to store cauliflower? So if you keep it wrapped in plastic in the vegetable drawer in the refrigerator, it can last up to 2 weeks. Or you can keep it whole, or you can chop it into florets, or you can blanch the florets and put them in the freezer. Or frozen, I just want to say this on the side, frozen cauliflower is really good in smoothies. Or I've even done raw cauliflower too. But frozen, you don't even really taste it. So good to know. You know, if you have a little bit of cauliflower left in your refrigerator or freezer, toss it in a smoothie. So good. Okay, so anyway, that is kind of it on cauliflower. But it's like, I know, the word superfood is kind of problematic because not one food can do everything, but this has superpowers. There are a lot of good things in cauliflower and so many different ways to eat it. I want to make the cauliflower buffalo wings, or buffalo cauliflower, I guess, is what you would say. So good. And also the cauliflower mac and cheese. I've made that before. That's really good. Because really the cheese is what is so delicious about mac and cheese. Okay, so let's check the time. Okay. Let's check our muffins. See how they're doing. I'm really excited about this. So if you follow me on Instagram, I will post a picture of what these muffins look like. And also, I made a little video that I will post as well on how I made the cauliflower rice. Because I don't want to not show you that. Okay. Oh boy, these look good. Okay. And they smell good. They smell like breakfast. They smell like breakfast. That's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, they could cook for a little bit longer. I did 20 minutes, and it said 25. So I'm going to do three more minutes. I think that's safe. Oh, because, yeah, especially I'm going to do it a little bit less because I'm only making 9 versus 12. Okay, so while we're waiting for those 3 minutes, oh yeah, good, I can see. Okay, while we're waiting for those 3 minutes, let's review. Cauliflower, some say originated in Cyprus, some say it originated in what is now Turkey. So we can just safe to say it originated in the Mediterranean region. And they come from the mustard family, the cruciferous vegetables family. Other vegetables in that family: broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, cabbage, all things that we eat a lot of in our house. We are a cruciferous vegetable family. The 4 colors that it comes in: white, orange, green, and purple. It is white because the leaves cover the head, or the curd, as we just learned. It doesn't get enough sun, so it doesn't get the chlorophyll, all that stuff, so it stays white. Unless you have the green version, which is a cross between cauliflower and broccoli. Okay, what else? It's 92% water, so it's a hydrating vegetable. Always important to drink water while you're consuming it as well, too. Okay, so it has lots of phytonutrients in it. Glucosinolates, which may help prevent cancer. It has antioxidants, such as vitamin C, vitamin K, and let's see, it has sulforaphane, which is another compound or phytonutrient, which has been found to help reduce our risk of heart disease. It has a good source of fiber. It has a good source of choline, which is an essential nutrient that is hard for us to get sometimes. It's not in a whole lot of things. Choline is just really important for our metabolism. It's good for our brain development and our neurotransmitters. So, very important. Cauliflower is a good replacement for grains. A lot of grain-free foods are made with cauliflower. Crackers, pizza crust, rice, cauliflower rice, mac and cheese made with cauliflower instead of a mac. So many different options. So many different foods that are made with cauliflower. The Italian pickled vegetables, the Indian aloo gobi, Mediterranean roasted cauliflower, so many other ones that I have not mentioned, but they are there, out there, and good for us. Okay, let's check these muffins, and then it's time for us to go. Okay, let's turn the oven off. Oh boy. They smell like biscuits. I think it's because of the cheese. Yeah, those look done now. They've kind of pulled away from the sides. Okay, thank you so much for joining today. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Try this recipe, cauliflower biscuits, found on relish.com. It'll be a good one for Thanksgiving. Okay, see you all next time.